Hello, welcome to Nico Live. My name is Nikolai Ramos and I'm so excited because this is my first ever episode and we're so privileged to have this person as a guest. Why? Because he is a legend in this trillion-dollar industry. He is a Hall of Fame awardee by DSAP. If you guys don't know that, it's Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. And he has amassed millions in terms of commissions and income, but he's used that to help so many people, not just in Philippines, but in different countries. That's why he's a sought-after global speaker. Now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my first guest, Mr. Edmund Ramos Jr. Thank you for being my first guest here in Nico Live.
Thank you very much, Nico. I'm happy to be here. May buntag sa inyong tanan. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw. So glad to be here and thank you very much. It's a privilege for me to be your first guest. So you can shoot the first question now.
Okay, so my first question is, what was your life like before ka pumasok sa ganitong industry?
It dates back to so many years. So where would you want me to start? Where I grew up, where I was born?
I think it would be good to start maybe from childhood days.
Okay. So many people are not aware of this, but actually, karamihan nga sa kanila, kala nila taga Mindanao ako o kaya Visayas because I speak Bisaya very fluently. But ang hindi nila alam, ang totoo talaga, pinanganak ako sa Barrio Lumang Bayan, San Teodoro, Oriental Mindoro. In other words, ang tugong nananalaytay sa aking mga laman, sa aking mga ugat, ay dugo ng mangyan.
Wow!
And the reason why na marunong akong mag-Bisaya is because when my family moved to Mindanao, because of my father's job, used to work in a government office. Nalipat kami sa Mindanao. Yeah, in fact, ang unang pinaglipatan namin is Zamboanga. At sa Zamboanga City, most of you are aware, ang salita doon ay Zamboangueño or Chabacano. So, I also speak fluent Chabacano.
Oh, multilingual pala kayo.
Para sa mga nakikinig na taga Zamboanga, Buenos Dias, con todos, sabi namin yung conversa Chabacano. And from there, again, dahil sa trabaho ng tatay ko, we moved to Davao. And in Davao City, that's where I started my college education. Although if I may backtrack a little, nung high school, doon naman ako nagtapos sa Ateneo de Zamboanga. From there, when we moved to Davao, nag-aral ako sa isang universidad doon, sa University of Mindanao. And that's where I learned how to speak Bisaya. So, able ko mag-Bisaya, hindi ako mabaligya. That's why I speak Bisaya. And nung nasa college ako, actually, fast forward, dahil anim kami magkakapatid, my parents once called us all together and said that it's very challenging for them to send us all to school. So sabi niya, one of you has to stop. And can you imagine, anim kami magkakapatid. At ang good news, ako yung napili nilang
Grabe naman.
patigilin.
Yes.
But I did not take it against my mom and dad.
Okay.
I just thought to myself, if I will stop studying at hindi ako nag-aral, lalong wala akong kinabukasan. So, I made a decision to work. So, I was working morning and afternoon in one of the departments in the school where I finished my college degree. And in the evening, doon ako nag-aaral. So, nag-graduate ako in 3.5 years kasi tinapos ko talaga siya.
Ano yung tinabaho mo nun?
So, nung college, nung high school, naranasan ko yung hirap talaga kasi wala kaming baon. Financially challenged talaga kami. So, naghanap ako ng paraan na magkaroon ng baon at nag-aaral ako mag-shine ng sapatos. Nagtinda ako ng newspaper, nagtinda ako ng ice drop.
Oh, grabe.
Doon ako
Humble beginnings talaga.
doon ako nakaroon ng allowance ko. And in college, nung working student ako, nagtrabaho ako sa accounting department ng university na pinag-aralan ko. Kaya naging working scholar ako at hindi ako nagbayad ng tuition fee. Now, after graduation, ang dream ko was actually to become wealthy. Hindi ako nag-isip na magtrabaho o work for somebody else. I wanted to be wealthy. Pero I did not know how. Ang vivid memory ko lang nung college ako, I thought I would become successful and become wealthy if I work in a bank.
Did that type of mindset, was it instilled in you or because of your parents? Kasi nga usually pag Filipino, they have this conformist mindset, magtrabaho lang, mag-aral ng mabuti para magaling trabaho. So saan mo nakuha napulot yung gano'n?
Oh, napakaganda question yan. Actually, just like most Filipinos, tinitingala natin ang ating mga magulang at kung sila ay mga nagtatrabaho, if they work for somebody else, gagayahin din natin. So ako noon, ang dream ko, I wanted to be successful in the corporate world, hoping that I will become rich. Kasi hindi naman ako exposed sa negosyo, tatay at nanay ko, walang trabaho, walang negosyo. So sabi ko, I will work hard, stay focused, become be promoted to whichever bank that I will work with, and hope to become wealthy. So yun ang naging mindset ko initially. Simply because sinusundan ko rin ang mga yapak ng aking mga magulang, mga kamag-anak na karamihan naman sa amin walang negosyo. Karamihan sa amin nagtatrabaho.
And once napasukan mo na yung banking industry, that's when you gained success, or how was your banking career like?
Oh, I was really bent on becoming successful, and I said, if this is the vehicle for me to become successful, become financially free or financially wealthy, I will work hard. So that I started my employment career sa banking at the age of 20. At 24 years old, 4 years after, hindi lang ako naging manager ng bangko, naging youngest senior vice president ako sa banking industry. At 24 years old. And I said, wow, this is really success. And after that, of course, na-experience ko yung little success. If you may say that, nagkaroon ako ng sariling kotse, I live in a bachelor's pad, above average yung sweldo ko.
This was in Davao?
Yeah, I started my career actually in Manila.
Okay.
Nung after graduation, sabi ng dad ko, when I graduated in Davao, sabi niya, you go back to Manila kasi andun ang labanan, andun ang mga home offices or head office, yung main headquarters. So that's where I started my career, doon sa Manila. But then after like 4 years after, bank hired me. That's where I became a senior vice president, and that started my serious banking career. I became very successful. That I moved from one bank to another. Pinapirate ako ng iba't ibang bangko. In fact, I worked with about 6 banks. And I should say I was successful in my own way.
True.
And again, I was not thinking of business until I met my future wife.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that question. Like, kasi I'm sure sa mga audience, the viewers natin, they're listening na you're very successful in your employment career. So what was the transition? You were gonna say it na. What was the transition of you going into business?
Okay.
From banking or from employment, so to speak.
Again, if I look back, way back in 1981, I was assigned by the bank that I used to work for sa Northern Mindanao, particularly Cagayan de Oro City. And in 1981, that's where I met my future wife. And actually, fast forward 4 years after we got married, we settled down, and one thing I noticed, even before we were not married, my wife was, or when she used to be my girlfriend, she was very business-minded, and she didn't want employment. But and when we got married, true enough, she started looking from one business to another, but not very successful because of lack of capital. And I stayed focused in my banking career. But she would always tell me, I will not stop until I find the right company that I will become successful
For opposite
in the business.
Employment,
Yeah.
business-minded.
Yes. Yes. So over the years, when we were married, I was pursuing my career in banking, while she was looking for that elusive business opportunity that will propel her to success.
Okay. And so when was the point na-reach nyo na yung business? The one I've been saying, the industry, the trillion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
Well, you can name the company.
Yeah. Well, if I may recall, after moving from one business to another, ang dami niya na yung nasalihan. Finally, back in 1992, she was introduced to a company called Forever, the aloe vera company. Well, initially in the beginning, I was a little bit skeptical, being me in the corporate world, and I'm not into like business opportunities. I just gave my wife the opportunity to look for one because that's where she is happy, and I always supported her. And she said, just give me the opportunity to do this, give me your usual support, and believe me, finally, I believe this is the company that will really change her life.
And that's, speaking of the aloe vera company, that's the first of its dito sa Philippines, diba?
Yes, actually, that was the very first company with that kind of business model, where you go from one person to another. You don't go through retail stores. It's a person-to-person business. It's just like direct selling. So I just supported her, and I never thought that she will become really big in the business.
Yes. Kasi nga, like what you said, more on retailing. It's like Avon nung time yun,
Yes.
1991,
Yes.
92. And when was the point that you saw na, I think this is a real business?
Well, that was like 4 years after that she's already in the business that I finally decided to join her. But earlier than that, I was just known as the ever supportive husband. I would give her clients because I know people who has money in the bank, and she would talk to them. They either become users of the product or they become her business partners. But it never occurred to me. I never entertained the idea of me doing the business because I thought it's for ladies only. The only thing that interested me in really supporting her was the free travel incentive. Because in the first year, in 92, by 1993, or a year after, less than a year after, she qualified for a free travel incentive given by this company that she worked for. And the good thing was, I think that's one way of encouraging people to do this as husband and wife, because when she qualified, she said, actually, that free travel is good for two.
Okay.
So I was so excited, and I said, wow, let me come with you. And it was...
Pero skeptical, di ba supportive ka lang nun? So,
Yeah.
hindi ka...
Yeah, but I was blown away because the free trip was trip to America.
Grabe
Trip to
pala.
the US. And while I was working in the bank, the farthest place I went to was Baguio for the managers convention. And she said, well, this company is offering a free travel for good for two. So for the next 4 years, I was always supporting her, giving her clients, introducing to my people that I know would become interested, because my interest was in the travel. Although mind you, my wife, Ronnie, was already making more money than me as bank manager.
Ano yung feeling?
Well, I just thought, well, I'm practical. I said, well, she's my wife, I'm supporting her, whatever money she makes is also mine. It's like a conjugal property. So
Tama, you're right.
I help her, and then we share in the profit. And the good news is that there's also a free travel. So the last 4 years, saw me traveling with her. I would file a leave of absence, go with her in America, in Europe, wherever the free travel brings us. Well, 4 years after, to cut the story short, the reason why I joined was my wife was making a lot of money that she was no longer interested with my salary. So sabi niya, sa'yo na lang yan negosyo mo. Total, supportive ka naman. Hindi ko na kailangan yung allowance mo na lang. So it was a wake-up call for me.
Right.
Because I said, what's the use of me working for my family when my wife doesn't need the money that I make? So I better just maybe take a look at her business, and maybe, just maybe, I can compliment her, join her, and make her business bigger.
I'm sure at that time your colleagues were so shocked kasi magaling ka nga sa employment. I'm sure for the listeners or viewers right now, they can see that at such a young age you were the youngest
Senior vice
president.
Right.
Although she was earning well, they'll be shocked. Ba't ka biglang lumipat? What did you tell her? What was your boss' reaction?
Even the president of the bank was so shocked for me, tendering my resignation because I was in my mid-30s. Well, I have a very bright future in that bank that I used to work for. And he said, why will you be joining your wife? And that's for women's business. And you know you have a bright future in the bank. So, yeah, just leave it to your wife and then support her.
Your family knew this also? Decision? Your family knew this?
Well, when I finally made the decision to resign, I called my mom, and the very first thing that she told me, sa atin pa sa Tagalog, nababaliw ka na ba, anak? Are you crazy? You're giving your job as a bank manager of the then biggest bank in the Philippines just to go out and sell aloe vera.
Yeah.
But I told my mom, and even the president of the bank, the reason why I joined was my wife was making more money than me. So
Money
it was the
talks.
use for me working. And I even showed the president the amount of money my wife makes, which was like during the time 6 times much more than what I was making as a bank manager.
Wow.
So the president says,
6 figures.
yeah, I can stop you from doing the business. And one thing that he asked me was, please don't invite other managers of the bank because we may lose all the managers.
Hold on. It's not a commercial. I just want to highlight big decision. You know, at this point of his career, he was at the top of his game in the corporate world. But he still decided to finally join his wife's business. It's pretty interesting. Remember guys, it only takes one decision to make or break. But when he decided to join his wife's business, look at where he is now with his wife, and he has 4 beautiful children. 13-bedroom home, amazing swimming pool. Hope you guys can see it, and it is dream home. Remember guys, you only have one life. Maximum.
If I invite them. Yeah.
So this was the start of your business mindset. I think you can credit a lot with your wife
Yeah.
in going into this business.
Yeah, it was actually 1996 when I tendered my
Sabi,
resignation.
tagal na, 1996.
Yeah, it was like 23 years ago.
And you've never looked back ever since.
Never looked back. I burned the bridge and I said, you know, sa Tagalog pa, kahit hindi ko ito lilinyahin ko to. I don't have a choice. There's no turning back. I don't want to be a laughingstock among my colleagues in the banking industry. Nasabihin, ikaw kasi tigas ng ulo mo. Sana hindi mo na ginawa yan. Tingnan mo ang nangyari sa'yo. So it was for me also a personal challenge. And I said, I have to be a good partner to my wife to make the business big. Otherwise, I'll be living in her shadows.
That's true, because I was gonna ask you about what was your biggest challenge, because you're gonna join a business na grow na name business, and I think if listening to what you're saying is she was already one of the top in that company, and suddenly you joining, I think that was one of your biggest challenges, but you can share what was your biggest challenge.
Actually, she was not only one of the top, she was number 1 for like 5 consecutive years. And I was the supportive husband, so it was a big challenge for me, an adjustment. Because for one, all I knew over the last 16 years, as I was in the banking industry, was about deposit, loan portfolio, withdrawals, import-export.
Financial terms.
And when I gave up my job, suddenly I was thinking like, paano ba to? Paano ba ako mag-a-adjust? So, well, just a bit of tip or message to those listening. Ang ginawa ko lang is I emptied my cup. Para bang yung CPU ko, Central Processing Unit, tinanggal ko lahat yung nakalagay doon at pinasukan ko ng mga bagong information like from banking to the business where I am in, which is distribution of health and wellness products. And instead of talking about deposit and loan portfolio, I need to reformat my mindset and talk about aloe vera, the main products.
Okay, you can review mode, study mode, start from
it took some time actually. The next 6 months, I really immersed myself in listening to before it was tapes and videos of successful people in the industry, and then memorize the marketing plan of the company. It's just like me enrolling in a school. Parang grade 1 ako. I have to start all over again, memorize the percentages, the benefits and all, and well, submit to the idea that my mentor would be my wife.
Right.
Which was very hard if you
Of
are,
course, kasi
for us,
lalaki tayo.
as lalaki na ang magtuturo sa'yo yung asawa mo. But come to think of it, I need to swallow my pride simply because mas malaking kinikita niya sa akin. So, ang bottom line, hindi doon gaano kagaling mag-English, ang kagaling na eskwelahan.
Correct.
Ang bottom line dyan, ang titingnan mo, yung nagtuturo sa'yo, does he or she walks his or her talk.
Business
So,
results.
kung malaki ang kinikita niya, sa kanya kung makikinig.
Correct. And when can you say that you made it as a business person? Because maybe at the first 6 months or a year, maybe you can correct me. They're saying, she's successful because of the wife. Like, when can you say that?
Yeah.
This is Mr. Edmund Ramos, not just the wife.
Yes, because I wanted to change the perception that I was not only the ever supportive husband of my wife Lonnie. I want to earn that. So I asked my wife, I said, if you'll allow me, since I see the global view, the prospects of the company that you work for, the aloe vera company, allow me to go to other countries where there are many Filipinos, and let me work my way so that I'll be able to not only learn it by heart, but earn myself, earn of being a true partner to my wife. So the very first country that I visited was Australia, way back in 1998, where we helped a couple, and fast forward 5 years after, they became #1 in the whole of Australia.
And that was because of you
Yes.
building. Wow.
Because of the assistance, because of like the support, the training, and the sacrifice that I did, like going there back and forth from Philippines.
How many months yan?
Well, it was like about 3 years. My wife and I have been going there together. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's Ronnie, until we were able to train her to become independent, and nagkaroon sila ng ibang leaders who was able to also become successful in the business.
And that's when you realized, okay, this is me now,
Yeah.
not just Lonnie,
Yes.
Edmund Ramos. And
Right.
I think it's safe to say that this is where you started to grow the brand of Ramos globally, not just Philippines.
Exactly. And that's where they saw the importance of working together as husband and wife, and the result is really phenomenal. Because from the time I joined my wife, Lonnie, in 1996, even after just like 5 or 6 months, her income not only doubled, it tripled.
My God.
And until it reached a point in time when we broke records after records
7 figures.
in the industry. Yeah, and we crossed over 7 figures insofar as income is concerned. And we also, from our breakthrough in Australia, that's where we started opening our business in different parts of the world, particularly USA, where there are a lot of Filipinos,
Yes.
the Middle East, Singapore,
Yeah.
Hong Kong,
Yeah.
to name a few.
And I
the
think,
rest was history.
yeah, and I think because na-mention mo yung year 1995 or 6,
Yeah, 96 as well.
96, when you're growing globally, this was the time na in this industry kasi, alam naman to ng mga listeners and viewers, na dumami yung iba-ibang companies. And what happened was, because of all these different companies, it's safe to say the aloe vera company was, the leaders were transferring. And what is like your key takeaway there on how you're able to maintain that success?
Yeah, that's a very good question. In 1990, if I may recall, way back in 97.
Or, sorry, another question, before you hold that thought.
Okay.
What was the reason why they jumped to the different companies?
Yes.
Successful na sila dyan sa
Yes.
company.
Right. In this kind of industry where I am in right now, or we have been here for over 20 years, I learned over those many years that for you to consistently become successful in this kind of business, you have to maintain that kind of attitude or demeanor or focus in the business where you put in the effort that is needed for you to sustain your income. And the reason why many people jump ship to find other companies that they think would be easier is that their work ethics dramatically diminished. They started, investing in assets like condominium units, nice cars, Rolex watches, and what they missed was they were not able to really sustain whatever they're doing insofar as work is concerned, support to their team, and they expect a residual income without doing anything. So when new companies came up, these companies that promises the sun and the moon by just joining, signing up with 7 heads, 5 heads, whatever it is.
Binary, right?
Yeah, it's like binary. And most of them move hoping that they will make more money or the money that they make in the same in the company that they used to work for, where I represent. But what actually happened was that they moved from one company to another because there's so much hype in a company like this that they even sacrifice their credibility just to hope to make money. So
yeah, hanggang ngayon, they still do that.
Yes,
Cars, papakitaan,
right.
kotse. Kaya rin ako, I wasn't into this business right away because so many people were focused on that. 1 week, may check-in na pinapakita or mga Ferrari, but I don't think it's theirs.
and yun ang dahilan.
Hold on, not a commercial. I wish it was. It means we're sponsored already. Anyway, I want you guys to focus in on this segment of the interview where he's gonna be talking about the different types of business. Kasi mga Pilipino, they are suckers for get rich quick scheme and they invest right away. So I'd love for you guys to listen closely to what he's about to say on a step-by-step guide to join a business with no or minimum capital. So let's get back to the interview.
Sila na move out kasi hindi na nila na-maintain yung kanilang income, and then they started to yung self-sabotage and finding excuses why you cannot be successful in the company that they used to work for. So over the years, my wife and I have been traveling not only in the Philippines but in different parts of the world to educate people who wants to do a business like this to choose the right company. And to the viewers and listeners, my message to all of you want to join an industry like the company that I work for, the aloe vera company, and if maybe hindi kayo interesado na sumali dyan dahil alam nyo matanda na siya or matagal na siya, well, my tip for all of you is look into the parameters of choosing the right company. Like, ang una-una yung the people behind the company background. Sino ba ang mga tao behind this company? Are they a bunch of
So true.
network marketing junkies who move from one network to another? Do they have credibility in the community? How many years have they been in existence? Right? How many branches do they have in different parts of the world? That is to establish integrity and credibility of the company. That's number one. Number two also is the products. When you join a company, you should ensure the products that you're offering to the public is, number one, should be consumable, and number two, it should be a niche product that which can easily be duplicable or duplicatable. No, and ideally, if you have a product in the company you work for, it should be patented so it cannot easily be copied, and it should be of quality. Because here, what we expect if you want to maintain the income that you want to make is to have a product that's of quality that people will just buy products. And the third and final one is the marketing plan. It should be realistic but exciting.
Yes.
and proven track record for many, many years. Not only last
One
year or
2
this
years.
year, because it's purely hype. You know, if your company is
Dami
there
ganyan.
for like 10 years,
Yes.
or look at us, modesty aside, we've been in the business for over 20 years. And believe it or not,
One company.
yes, we managed to maintain our income and even become bigger simply because we followed these 3 parameters of choosing the right company, and we stuck to just one company.
So what is your system like? Because I think the people who are listening or viewing this right now would be interested in how would you amass that sustainable success? What system do you rely on? Can you share your tactics or system?
Well, for me, it's what is very basic. The rule of thumb is you must love what you do.
Yeah.
And of course, you should have a good learning attitude and never ever stop learning. I learned this even while I was young. My mom would always remind us, if you stop learning, you stop growing. So we always have that passion and that thirst to learn, especially from successful people. And we also adjust to the changing of times.
Right.
Because if you cannot change, no, or if you cannot evolve, you die. So, especially now at this time in our business, you need to know what digital marketing is, or
Right. Of course.
or learn social media.
Kasi
So,
dati,
puro
sell.
offline lang yan, buy and sell, and then mouth to mouth, or talk direct to people.
Yeah.
Now you need to adjust if you want to have a sustainable income, if you want to maintain it, then you need to adjust, and one is learn social media. So those are the things that keep us up there, and of course, do not limit your market in the Philippine market. Kahit tayo mga Pilipino, kahit malaki ang market dito, napakarami pa rin mga Pinoy sa iba't ibang bansa.
Doon kayo
So, that's the reason why we are the least affected. Kahit nagkaroon ng recession dito, nagkaroon ng jump ng mga tao, nag-jump ship from one network to another, kami ng wife ko continue to be successful because we built our business outside the Philippines. That was also the message, or that was the tip of our mentor, who said that, you have a global market. Go out, because there are a lot of Filipinos in different parts of the world, and that's exactly what I did. And kung ano yung binaba namin na income dito, na palitan nyo ng aming business na napalaki namin sa iba't ibang bansa, where we have, where we're able to sustain and even make our income even bigger.
With that said, your home base, so saan yan yung home base?
Well, ang home base namin ngayon is actually the Middle East, Dubai.
Right. Okay.
But the bulk of the business right now, out of our 5 active countries where we have a network of people,
Wow.
our team is Dubai and the Philippines. And this 2020, I'm so excited kasi nakita namin yung parang real second wave dito sa Philippines, lalong-lalo na among millennials. Kasi ang Forever dito nagsimula noong 28 years ago, which was 1991, mag to 29 years na. So naisip lang namin na yung mga tao ngayon na mga millennials, nasa edad na 18 hanggang 27, 28, are not even aware of the company that I work for.
Right.
And more often than not, sa aming experience, ang sabi ng mga kabataan, nakita nila itong produkto na ito sa kanilang mga tatay, nanay, sa auntie,
Tagal
sa
lang kasi.
uncle. So, pag nakita nila, napakita namin yung big picture at opportunity, global opportunity, ay nagkaka-interest sila. So, kaya dito kami nakabase ngayon, most of the time. So, we, because we have a team, a big team also in the Middle East, particularly Dubai, so we just manage our time to go either here or then the Middle East.
I think, hearing with what you said, parang hindi ko ma-imagine na empleyado ka. Super businessman. I think it's really a credit to your wife, Lonnie.
Yes.
Maybe someday we'll have her as a guest also.
Of course. So, yeah, 100%. My complete paradigm shift is because of my wife. Because she was so driven in so far as business is concerned, and she broke my paradigm by showing me the result.
Right.
Which is the bottom line is the opportunity is unlimited. The income is unbelievable. For as long as you work for the right company, like the company that I work for, at ang pinaka-importante na hindi mo babaguhin yung focus, yung work ethics mo, and you never stop touching lives of people, because this is about touching other people's lives. Help more than enough people become successful, and you will also be successful in the business.
You're talking about the work ethic. So, like, what's the work ethic so that the viewers will understand what does it take to reach that level? See, usually ngayon, mga millennials, I'm part of it. They'll say, kasi tamad na, maraming social media. So, what can they take away from this?
Okay, before a year starts, like 2020, 3 months before 2020, my wife and I would sit down and we will already set a goal for 2020. And we always make sure that we work with our family. Of course, that includes you, right? And set a goal, what we want to achieve, and then agree on it. And then, we will have assignments for each. Our thrust and direction, what is our goal insofar as sales is concerned, what is our goal about travels, what is our goal for the family, what is the goal for our leaders,
Right.
and then we execute it. If you ask me like how often do you work, well, for us, the company that work for forever, the aloe vera company, it's no longer work for us, it's a lifestyle. So if you ask me if I do the business every day, I do the business every day, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, and I enjoy it. We enjoy it. We enjoy talking to people. We enjoy sharing the opportunities. We enjoy sharing the benefits of the products. It's just like, doing something that you're passionate about, doing something that you're happy about. When you're happy with what you're doing, it's no longer work.
So you can see, kita naman sa sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing the business since 1991, 92?
92, right?
92. So I guess you can see you still look young.
Yeah.
You can be mistaken as a brother of mine, or not even a tito, or just a tito, not a grandfather. Maybe you're in that senior citizen. So before I end this amazing interview, by the way, I'm sure a lot of people are getting so much value in this. What would be your final, maybe three words or three advices that you can say to our viewers if they want to start a business?
Well, I always share this with people, whenever they ask me this question, and I'm stuck up with the 4 pillars of success. You want to be successful? Think about these 4, apply it, put this in your heart, and make it happen. Like in anything that you do, you must make a decision to do it. Make a decision. Just do something about it. Make a decision. That's number 1. Number 2, when you have decided on what you want to do, you should take action, because the fruit of knowledge is taking action. Now, the third one is you must analyze result. Whatever you're doing, whatever efforts you put in there, dapat i-analyze mo yung result. Kasi yung ika-4, if you don't like your desired result, then you should make adjustment. So yung 4 na yun, think about this, memorize it, apply it personally in your business, in your work, and you can never go wrong. And this is the mantra that we have been using for over the years in this business, and we never go wrong. We always achieve our goals.
And it's really shown right now with your results, and I'm sure you will grow even more. You're already there, and I'm sure a lot of people would want to be in your position now. Before I end this, where can they follow you, or they can continue to search you?
Okay, thank you for asking. Since now you have to adjust to the changing of times.
Yes.
So you can now find me of course, in Facebook. I have a personal Facebook account, Edmund Ramos, or Ed Ramos Jr. You can search me. We also have a business page, Vamos Ramos Forever. You can search that also on Facebook. I also have an Instagram account. My Instagram account is diamond_Edmund. You can follow me also there. So these are the platforms that I'm in social media. And we also have a YouTube channel. You can subscribe. You will find there like trainings, updates on what we do, products, business, and also leadership trainings that we've been doing in different parts of the world.
Perfect.
And our YouTube channel is again Vamos Ramos Forever. You can search us in YouTube, subscribe, and enjoy while learning from this channel.
That's perfect. I'm sure that's going to be linked on our channel. All our viewers and listeners can click all those links. So once again, thank you so much to actually my dad. So I've been interviewing my dad. He's my mentor also, and I'm very privileged and honored to have him as my guest. Thank you again for supporting this channel. And I'd like to end this by saying thank you all and welcome again to Nico Live.
Thank you.
Ciao. Thank you so much for watching this interview. Now, if you really liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to find out who is my next guest for my interview on Nico Live. Thank you. Ciao.